Hello, happy Sunday. I was actually meaning to make this video yesterday on the first of the month, and as you see, it is the second of the month, but that's okay. Um, so for those of you that use Poshmark, you will know about closet clearouts, which take place on Fridays and Sundays. Now that Poshmark has stopped doing the forced shipping discount, I don't mind sending offers out like all the time. And I actually found it's cheaper for me to send like a 20% discount than it is for me to send a 10% discount plus discounted shipping. So now I'm pretty much sending out 10 to 20% off, 10 and 20% off offers pretty frequently. At the first of the month, I like to do what I call a waterfall sale. And like I said, I did miss that yesterday, but I'm going to do that today and I'm going to show how I do that. So the first thing I do is to go to my closet on Poshmark. Here in my closet, you'll see the first or the few things that I listed today. You go to the tool symbol here and make offer to likers. Now, the reason it's called a waterfall sale is because you're sending offers for your whole closet and you're going to do them in increments of 10%, 20%, and 30%. When it comes time to me doing inventorying, I might go further, like 35, 40%, maybe even 50, like once a year. But for now, I'm going to do a 10, 20, and 30. And I'm not going to give any kind of a shipping discount. I've actually not really noticed too much of a decrease in sales by me not giving that shipping discount now that that's an option for us sellers. So I'm just going to keep doing that. If it does seem like maybe once summer is really in full effect, that and summer slowdown is happening even more, if I see that there's a really strong decrease in sales, I might go back to using a that 5.95 discounted shipping and see if that helps sales. But for right now, it just takes too much out of profit. So the first thing we're going to do is click 10% and next. And right now it's showing me my entire closet and it's already highlighted to show only available items. So we're going to click select all and you keep scrolling down until it highlights your entire closet. Now, depending on how many items you have, that may not be too long. But for someone like me, I have about 750 items. It can take a bit. Now you can sort your closet. Excuse me. You can sort your closet based on price or something like that. So that if you, let's say I have this item here, this vintage light teal romper. That's for a little baby, size 6 to 9 months. And you see that it already only is listed at $7 because the price has been dropped so low. Let's say you don't want to accept something this low for it, then I would suggest of sorting your closet either high to low or low to high so that then when you go through and you select all of these to send offers to likers, you'll either just go to the top of the page or the bottom of the page and you can just deselect some of those lower price items so that you don't sell them for too low. Right now, my lowest price things on here are $5. And as you see that after this 10% discount, I'll only get $1.05. That's okay with me. Some of these items have just been sitting so long that I'll accept $1 for a baby outfit. But that also tells me when I go to do the 20% off portion of this sale, I'm going to deselect these because either Poshmark won't let me sell them for that cheap, or I think I get like 5 cents for them. So I'm going to deselect them for that. And then from here, submit offers to likers. Not going. Okay. And it even says, are you sure? Yes, I'm sure. And the reason that it's 437 listings, even though we have 700 something items in our store, is because only 437 of our items have likers. So that's also kind of a little eye-opening to let you know, well, you know, and it's more than half, but like not a lot more than half of the items that are currently listed. Only out of the 750, only 437 have likers. So that means there's like what 200, 300 items, 5, 6, 7, 300 items that don't even have likers on them. Now, that could be because they are newly listed. It could be because I just relisted them yesterday. Could be for a number of reasons, but that also kind of will let me know as the seller that I need to probably go through and look at some of those items that don't have any likes on them. Now, likes aren't the biggest deal because I've sold tons of things before that have had no likes at all. And sometimes someone will come in, they'll see something that they want to buy and they'll buy it and they won't even like it. So likes aren't the biggest deal, but it does kind of show a little bit of how much interest you have on your items. All right, and I did skip through some of that just because sitting here in real time waiting for 437 offers to go through would be like watching paint dry. For some reason on the laptop or your desktop, it seems to take so long to send offers and to do shares and things. When I do it on my phone, it's so much faster, but I am not able to screen share to make this video. It also seems like Poshmark's mute might be kind of laggy today. No, thank you, Poshmark. Okay. Now, the thing that I hate about sending all those offers, unfortunately, it just clogs up your news feed, as you can see. Now, you'll see that it says on almost all of these that these were not sent to any likers. Offer a lower price to notify likers. You will receive that notification when, let's say, you have 3 likers on a dress and you've sent a 10% off offer to all of those 3 likers. If you go to send another 10% offer, it will not reach anybody because they have already received that offer before in the past. Even if they unlike the item and re-like the item, they still will not be able to get that. So the only way that that person could re-get that receive that offer is to make the offer themselves to you for 10% off, or if you relist the item. The only reason that I will start my waterfall sales by doing 10% off, even though I will automatically send a 10% off offer whenever someone likes an item, is because there are certain times when you might not catch someone liking your item. Either it's some, like, let's say here where you just get bombarded by a lot of notifications, and so they might have liked something in here in the last 10 minutes. I've been sending offers and I won't see the notification, or it might be while you're asleep and maybe when you get up you forget to check your notifications for that day or something like that. But something can happen where you miss it. Another thing that's happened for me before is when somebody has liked, let's say, 5 items from me and they put them in a bundle. And so I'll send them a bundle offer. And let's say they have 5 items in their bundle and it's worth $150. And I send them a bundle offer for 100 and they don't accept. It just sits. Now, if I send 10% off offers for all of the items that have been liked, they will get 10% off offers for each of those 5 things that were in the bundle because I had never before sent them an individual offer for those items. I only sent them an offer on the bundle of 5 items. I hope that makes sense. But so if someone has bundled items from you in the past, then doing something like this will now send them a 10% off offer for each of those items. But we're not done there. Now we're going to go back to our closet. I'm going to sort by price low to high because if you remember, I said that I do not, and I need to sort it by available items. If you remember, I said I'm not going to send out the 20% off offers on any of these $7 items and maybe not the $8 items. I'll have to see how low that goes. Make offer to likers. And now instead of 10%, we're going to do 20%. Again, no shipping discount. Select all. And Now that's interesting because it said before I'd get $1.05. So I wonder why it's still showing $1.05. That's very interesting. I don't know. So I'm going to go through. I'm going to, in that case, I'll let that go. Did I click 20? I guess I clicked 20. Um, so I'm going to go through this all again. I'll go ahead and pause the recording just so you guys don't have to sit through this again. And then I will start recording again once this is almost done sharing. All right, we just got done sending the 20% offers. Now, the reason that I'll do the 10, then 20, then 30 is because anybody who has received the 10% off, like I mentioned, will not receive another 10% off offer. However, they will be able to receive offers of a higher discount, such as 20, 30, and so on. So anybody who has already in the past received a 10% off discount that didn't take advantage of that offer is now going to get a notification from me that they have a 20% off offer. So if 10% off wasn't enough to convince them to buy that, then maybe the 20% will. The last thing I'm going to do is send a 30% off offer as part of my waterfall sale. Now you see, now that it is 30%, you will see where these items start going cheaper. So this is obviously something that I'm not going to discount because I don't want to get 5 cents for it. At that point, it would be cheaper for me to actually just donate this item because it is going to cost me, if I don't ship it in like a flat rate envelope, then I would have to send it in an envelope that I pay for. However, of course, I would just use USPS products if I'm able to, but it is also going to cost me the time of getting it out and shipping it, and it's going to cost me the printer paper, the computer paper, and the printer ink, um, and as well as the tape. So I'm not going to discount those 30%. But I am going to include them in the list of everything that gets checked. It's done. And usually once it gets to this 30%, because that is such a deep discount, I will kind of go through and scan. Click that everything. Okay. I'll go through and scan and just make sure that I feel comfortable with that 30% discount getting taken off. Um, like for instance, this anthropology dress, I just listed this like sometime in May, and it is a plus size. So it's something that I think has really good resale value. So I have it listed for 150. As you can see, I already have 19 likes on this dress, and it gets a new like, I'd say every few days. So I don't really feel comfortable taking $45 off of it and selling it for 105. So I'm going to uncheck this. So I'm going to pause the recording here while I just go through some of these items and just uncheck a few of these things that I don't quite want to um, let go for 30% off. All right, and just like that, I have now completed the waterfall sale. I sent again 10%, then 20%, and 30% off offers. So now all of my items that have likers, someone has had at least some kind of a discount sent to them. And hopefully this will help contribute to a few sales. I like doing this on the first of the month because oftentimes people will get paid on or around the first. So with money, of course, you're going to do a little shopping. Sometimes I'll also do this around the 15th of the month. So that like halfway point for people who get paid every 2 weeks. So anyway, I hope this helped everybody a little bit. Just see one way they can offer a discount to some of their buyers and hopefully make a few sales. Well, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.